Now Sunday mornings early, it's always one of the quieter times in the Grand Anse area in Grenada. Now during the week, around this time, it's just about 5 minutes to 8 on the 9th of February 2025. Now, if this was a regular weekday, say like Monday to Friday, this place will be very, very busy with cars. Cars up and down. Many, many cars. But it's a quiet time. Some people, they head for Grand Anse Beach. Grand Anse Beach in the distance over there. Reminds me of a time past when Grenadians were very, very serious about the football game. So you had people like Ram folks all the way from the point will get his boys together, footballers, and they would run all the way to Grand Anse, practicing, training, and of course they used to run up Cemetery Hill. Well, Sheepy, Belgrave, will tell you about that. Yes, back in the time. So now I'm passing the area known as the Fall Edge. The Fall Edge, I think it actually marks the entrance to Grand Anse. Because after you pass the Fall Edge, you end up in Belmont. After passing the Fall Edge, walking from the Grand Anse area, you end up in Belmont. Looking out, I've been noticing some of the birds flying around. I like looking at the birds. I saw some strange ones in Belvedere, some white birds. I don't know if they are migratory birds because birds will fly long distances from one place to the other. It's really amazing. I read a story once about a particular bird that will leave North America and find its way all the way to Brazil and go on the same tree that it left to travel up to North America. So there we have it. We have some yachts out there. You can see them all resting peacefully on the water. Here we have the bush, the dreaded bush that the bee loves. You find them a lot of places on this cemetery areas. The bees love them, and they love the cemetery. Looking up in the area up there, Coffee Bow. I think that's the name. I hope I pronounce it right. Grand Anse area. And I noticed on the Fall Edge here they have still a lot of lapit, what we call lapit. Remind me that years ago, when we were already into a lot of the wire bending and the various costumes for the carnival, people used to come all the way to the Fall Edge to look for lapit, to scrape it, put it to dry, and to make like Viking here for the Viking band. We are much more creative when regarding carnival back in those days, because we made masks and we designed costumes. Well, this is something of the past, or almost of the past, because you'll find that people like Sky Weather, and I visited him and saw all the talent that he has, and the talent that he used to make all those wonderful costumes should be displayed in museum because it tells of his talent. I always like this spot here, right here. My good friend Elvis Lewis, he has a very nice place here, sea glass. It's like a guest house where you can come and enjoy the beauty of the surrounding. And there's a nice little beach down there where you can relax if you want. I guess you can just imagine yourself sitting in a nice little boat at peace with yourself. There is nothing in this world as peace and tranquility. Free yourself from envy, from strife, from hate, and most of all pray. And pray even for those who do not like you. Pray for them too. You know, kill them with kindness. So moving on, and see the traffic pick up a little. Cars are coming on this area. So I'm walking. It's a nice little walk. I went to see my friend Junior the Visigoth. I cannot leave Grenada without saying goodbye to my childhood friend. People call him all kind of names. They think he's foolish. But no, when I see Junior, I see knowledge. And he's a child of God. And God made us all. None of us is better than anybody. We are all children of God. So why people look at him pushing his garbage can? He is a child of God. Looking again at the yachts out there. You can see them. Again. And the birds again. All is nice seeing them. So this, in a few hours, I'll be boarding the plane. I heard it is snowing in Brooklyn. Well, this is nature. There's nothing you can do about that. You accept it. I got a lot of sunshine down here. And a lot of rain too. And you notice I did quite a number of videos featuring the rain. And I did it on purpose because without the rain, nothing will grow. We'll never see a beautiful flower. There are areas in the world I often stress that are parched, dry, no rain. And then there are strange things happening these days too because rain fell just recently in desert areas like the Sahara. And they say that had some effect on the hurricane season. You know, the African dust usually come across and then in the areas in the Caribbean, Mexico and all these places. And soon you'll see more African dust, I guess. Looking at the hospital area, you can see a picture of it right there. Now, I was always fascinated. Anytime I'm on this region, the foliage area, you know, I have not done it, and I thought probably I would have done it this time. I would have gone down to areas like this and fish through a fishing line. But I was not able to do it on this trip. But morning. There's always another time. Always another time. Once God spares my life. And I always pray for long life. I noticed that a lot of people I taught at school, the St. John's Christian Secondary School, they're passing away. Well, we don't have any control over that. All in the hands of God. Talking about passing away, I must mention again my good friend Jackie Miller, superb artist. And as I'm walking in a spot where he once lived, his memories come to mind. Very interesting fellow, honest, a thinker, a philosopher in his own right, but most of all, a superb artist. Many people who attended the school where I taught and I attended, the St. John's Christian Secondary School, would remember how wonderful, great talent he had as an artist, painting, doing a lot of paintings. And I do remember this mango tree right here, because we used to sit under that mango tree, and this is the way sometimes played his guitar. He tried to teach me to play the guitar, but my head was too hard, didn't learn. But I pause here just to acknowledge the fact that we sat under this mango tree from time to time and we discussed topics. He loved psychology, he loved philosophy. He loved philosophy, and he spoke a bit of German, because when the language German was introduced at the St. John's Christian Secondary School, Jackie Miller was one of the brave souls who studied German, and soon he was talking German with tourists on Grenada's beach. So this is the hill that led to the place where he lived, his final place. But when I knew him, when I lived in Belmont, he used to stay right here, right close here. So moving on again. Moving on to areas that I know quite well. Remembering taking the bus, Labour Ward. Remembering Dudley, a man called Dudley. Very, very good driver. Picking us up and taking us all the way to St. John's Christian Secondary School. And we had to get there by 8 o'clock. So you can imagine the races to Grand Mall, not Victoria, of course, Grand Roy, and up to Brothers. Those were the days. But you know what? It taught me discipline. Because there were times I remember I lived up in that area up there, and there were times I stayed home and I heard the sound of the bus. You know, the engines, Austin and Morris engines, those engines, they used to sing. And you heard the bus speeding down. So the bus would go to Grand Anse, and before you know it, they'll be back. And if you're late, well then, that's it. So where did the discipline come in? Being on time. Getting up early and walking to the bus stop, that is. Because if you're late, and while the bus was coming back, if you were still looking for your uniform or your books or whatever, well, boy, sometimes they ain't waiting for you. So moving on, so much memories in this area. How can I forget this little spot right here? The spot right here. Because when I look at this little hill there, there's something I remember very well, very, very well. Me and my girlfriend walking up this hill in the night. Romantic feel back then. This hill right here. And while we walk and spoke to each other, much younger then, when it was moonlight, I used to get vexed, boy, too much light. Well, you can imagine why. I don't have to read and spell for you. Let's look at the hill one more time. Bringing back a lot of memories. Moving on to the place we actually called Ross Point. With Sir Royston Hopkins had his guest house right in this area before he moved to bigger things. There's a bird down there. Always like to look at these birds. Another bird. And there's another one right here. There is something with me and birds. A blackbird came to say goodbye. Came right close to me to say goodbye, of course. Looked at me, I looked at it, and it flew away. So this here area all changed up over the years, but we lived somewhere up there. Back in time, talking about all this. Hey, Weston, yeah. Hold on. Yeah. I left something for you. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on a second. Well, I'm pleased to meet my good friend, man, all dressed up. You're on your way to church. I'm glad to see you have remained faithful to the church, man. After all this, you're Berean, right? Yeah. Nice, man. I'm so happy to see that, Weston. Yeah. It's a pleasure to meet you, man. Yeah. And I'm glad I didn't get more of a chance to sit and discuss with you. And reminisce, think about all of that. I was thinking about that hill. Yeah. You remember a certain lady that me and she was friend, and I used to walk up that hill. I don't want to call her name right now, but I know who you know. No. I will tell you off camera. Yeah. But but it's good to see you, right? Yeah. Very, very good to see you. Right. And stay up, eh? Yeah. Keep praising God. Yeah. Hey, you see, I met my good friend Royston Baker. I used to call him Betos. You see, I give people names, and they give me names too. So it's a pleasure meeting Royston. It so happens that most of the people that I say to myself when I left Brooklyn, when I say to myself, I would like to meet this person or that person, and the Lord always make it possible for me to see them. So there, the Ross Point area, and of course, more yachts over there. You can see, where's the camera a bit? Over there. You see it. Look at them there. Right? So I'm gonna keep walking. I'm actually enjoying this little walk, The rain stopped. The showers of blessings stopped. I can peep at the area around close to St. George's there. You can see various buildings from here. You can even look up to the hill, up to the Old Fort area. There's a region up there that was once called Hospital Hill. Famous battle happened there in 1779 between the British and French forces. Yes, Grenada was a theater of war between British and French forces years ago. We should have all these places marked. You see, we have to mark areas of interest. I was fortunate going to Belvedere and to see that with a Harman Hall, with the publisher of Go there? What go on? Well, I'll leave in today. I'll leave in today, but thank you very much for, but thanks for everything, What? I will know next time when I come back, we'll catch up, alright? And thank you for all those mangoes and everything, man, wonderful. All right, God bless you. God bless.
Yes, sir, brother.
Yeah, all right. Okay. All right, man. Thank you. Yeah. So I'm moving on. You see, meeting people who are very nice to me. Give me some old pictures of Grenada. Thankful for that. Raise the camera a bit. Have a tendency to lower it. And here's cock crowing boy. Moving on. And I will keep on. And heading back to do my last preparation before I hit the plane. So right now in Belmont. And this walking on the roads, and I made mention some time ago about the Baba Green. Gary brought in a new type of pitch for the road called Baba Green. I don't think back in the time we used to put any cement or concrete on roads. When the East Expo 69, Carifla Expo 69. Yeah, what going on? You alright? Yeah, I just talk about the Baba Green. You remember Baba Green? Baba Green at the pitch that he used.
You remember the second?
Yeah.
That's a man from us.
I remember who sing that song? And then George Babe and them.
Schooldays.
Yeah, man.
He had a little culture group.
Yeah.
When he
I can't forget that. When I tell people, fellas, just to walk from the point, all the way from the point in Montello to go at Expo 69.
Yeah.
I saw Royston going on there. I tell him,
You think that you tell him about it?
yeah, tell him about it.
We go past right.
You go past right, okay? Right. I'm a good boy, man. We went back from years and years. I still see you in church and things. Dress up nice. Going to church, you know?
Yeah.
Kept it up, yeah? Yeah, man. So, take it easy.
So you forget me?
No, I know your face good.
You
No, next time, because I had stuff that I all distributed, you know, but next time, I'm going to remember you. You're top on the list. All right, moving on, eh? God bless, eh?
Alright, thank you.
Yeah. So we're moving on. So, I was mentioning the Baba Green. We trampled the Baba Green to go to Chiblu, Expo 69. So I'm walking on, finally reaching the spot where it's a redhead used to live on Tanty Rose, right here. Or after we receive all those bangings playing football in Tantine, not Tantine, actually on Springs Pasture, back in the days with what I call back a neck. And Ray bringing up the PYO. They play cricket football. Go here and go there. Matty, Dr. Matthias now. All those good old days, man. And when we receive all those bangings we got from playing the football, we headed to this spot where Mr. Redhead used to sit in his veranda and look out. Well, everything in short time, eh? So he's gone. Rest in peace. Tanty Rolls are there. So it is quite fitting to end this tape by taking a peep at my favorite place, Mount Pandy Beach. So I'm going to just reserve a little portion of this tape for a little talk on Mount Pandy Beach, Belmont and George, Grenada. Mount Pandy Beach, where the Grenada flag flies high. Now if you ever feel the need for a proper soak down, what we call a soak down, all you have to do is to come to Mount Pandy Beach. There you can take a dive in the nice water. Yes, Mount Pandy Beach, where you hear the sound of waves, and you sit and you listen to the waves as it beats It's music on the shoreline. You sit there and you meditate. You breathe a word of prayer. You look to your Creator and you look to the horizon like old Mr. Marisho looked at the horizon. Yes, you relax. Away from all the cares of this world, away from the bustle, away from it all. You strengthen the spiritual side of your life. Your spirituality is essential, it's important. Yes, we need food for sustenance, we need food, but we also need to feed our spirit. Our spirit needs food. Food that enables us to grow. Spiritual food. So when difficulties arise, when we are faced with problems, when disaster comes, when disasters come, we will be able to dig within ourselves and find hope. Yes, dig within ourselves and find hope. Hope. Hope to rise above the difficulties. And yes, I'm going to say something, and I say it in all in good spirit. But terrible times might be at hand. Terrible time, because it's predicted. And nothing we can do will stop it. My last words. Prepare for the expected. Expect the expected. But also expect the unexpected. Things can change, and not all change is good. I say no more. Just prepare, for anything can happen anytime. Anthony Wendell Riggs, keep the faith. Keep praying. Keep praying for protection from evil, and as my spirit tells me, protection from disasters. Disasters. Because folks, we can't stop it. God bless.